Okay, on this portrait drawing, we have that V shape here. V shape. Within that V shape, there's another one. Look, a smaller one. Then you have that square of the head, tip there. So that's actually, it's a square. I mean, it's not a perfect square, but it's a squarish shape, well, haircut, you might say, or even the head, which is basically looking down. Okay, so tip, and I'll treat it as a square, V shape inside another V shape. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, as explained, let's have that girl looking down, the portrait looking down. We'll start with the V shape of the face. Then you have the hair coming up here, kind of a square at the top, as we spoke just a little bit early. Square at the top. That's the hair. Then you have the face moving down. That's the chin. Then the V shape of the shadow of the face, and that is all in the shadow. Then the eye cavity. Eye cavity. The other eye cavity here. The eyebrow here. Then let's move a little bit the hair upwards, and the shadow which comes right at the top of the eyebrow. Then let's check again if I've got it right. The shadow of the face, the V shape, and the shadow of the face on this side. Then you have the neck, and a lot of shadow on the neck here. Shadow on the neck here. The neck, which is almost invisible here. And then middle tone here. The bone structure of her shoulder. The shoulder itself, and then the middle tone here, and then that middle tone which continues up to the bone structure. Now what I'll do, I'll use chamois to soften all those middle tones because they're a bit dark. That's the shadow of the face. Eyebrow is here. Forehead is here. And what else? Got the eyes here. Eyes. And then you have the hair right down here, middle tone. Here we are, middle tone again. This is quite soft, all this area, the shadowy area. And how about going and draw the nose? How about going with the nose here? We need to get the nose right. On a vertical line, the nose goes to where the eyebrow. So on a vertical line, where the eyebrow stops, the tip of the nose is almost there. Then you have moving upwards, and you have that shadow here. All that side of the nose down here, all in shadow. And you have the eyebrow, and on a horizontal line. I do have the eyelid comes on a horizontal line to the eyelid of her left eye. And then here I do have the end of the face. Then chin, you see, mouth on a slightly bended line here, culminates here in the middle, then goes up again. There, lower eyelid, lower lip, middle tone, soft shadow, then eyebrow, her left eyebrow also on a horizontal line. That eyebrow here goes on a horizontal line in the middle of the other eyebrow. So on a horizontal line, that eyebrow goes right in the middle of this one here. Then you have that moving upwards. Give it a darker tonal value here, and then upper eyelid, eye itself. Then I have middle tone, moving upwards with the line, with the eyebrow line, forehead, hair, and a little bit of darker tone here, which connects the tear duct to the nose. I probably need a little bit of stump here, soften those shadows. There we are, and a general middle tone right here. Eyelid coming down, tip of the nose here, and let's move that tip of the nose right off the face line here and give it a darker middle tone. Okay, let's grind some charcoal here. And dip that dark tone onto my stump. Create a dark line here. Where is the eye? Where the eye is. Forehead, eyebrow, eye itself, mouth, upper lip, lower lip, there we are, and some dust again. Dip that onto the dust. And the dark tone here on the eye. Okay, now coming back with my charcoal, and what I'm actually looking on the picture is that I have an angle here from where the eye finishes, which is here, on a diagonal line, connects with the tip of the nose here. Upper eyelid, eyebrow, eyebrow moving upwards like that, eyebrow here, a dark line and a continuous dark line here. Then you have a little bit of cheekbone here, and on a vertical line where the eye almost finishes, you have the tip of her mouth, which is here. Tip of her mouth, and then you have here chin, and a general dark shadow under the nose. There. Okay. That's good so far. And we have the eyebrow line, and that comes on a horizontal line, is slightly lower, so the tip of this eyebrow line, it's lower than the tip of that eyebrow line, so that's raised a little bit, this one. And you have a dark tone which covers the whole of the eyebrow. The ear, where is the ear? I forgot even to put it on. Now the end of the ear, which is the earlobe, is right under the eye, so it's here. So that's the earlobe. Then you have the top of the ear, which is right at the here, where the line of the forehead is. And then you have the ear itself, possibly a little bit further back, yes, back here, and then a bit of a shadow or a dark line of the ear, around the ear, which is basically the hair. Yes, we've got the hair, beautiful rich hair. It's kind of curly and lower the hair closer to the forehead, closer to the eyebrows, sorry. And a dark, general dark tone of the hair. Okay. Chunks of hair down here and also here as well. There. And the background is quite dark as well, compared to the face at least. So if I darken this, which is that side of the face, I can bring the background here, and that will define the face. Yes, makes the face. Let's carry on with some charcoal dust then. Instead of highlighting all those darks with charcoal only, I'm going to use that what we used quite a lot lately. Not on every drawing, but quite a lot of portraits and figure drawings. Okay, here we are now, getting those darks a little darker, getting those highlights a little darker as well. The nose here, I think, and I'm sure that it's a little bit smaller, as in shorter, not small but shorter. The eyelid, that dark tone under her nose, this, getting some dust here from where the dust is falling off, instead of going to the dust itself, to, well, the source of the dust, I can get it from down here. Okay, this is it. Getting all those darks going. Half tone here. And a little bit of a half tone on the cheek here. Get that line a little bit darker off the chin. And I guess I can go a little bit darker here on the side of her face. Okay, now I'm going to switch it off now to a hyperlapse, because what I'm trying to do, I'm going to get those darks darker and give more darks here, and also leave half tones on the side of the face unfinished, because I want to concentrate here. I want to make that a more of a study with charcoal dust. But then again, what I'm going to do is purely technical, and you'll see it, so I don't have to go and explain. I'm just thinking out loud here, but then it's not necessary to talk. So let's switch it to hyperlapse and work a little bit more on that, just as I'm going along, and you'll see all the changes that they're going to happen here. All right, let's go hyperlapse.